Are you ready to ace your next Angular interview? From RxJS observables to the intricacies of change detection and standalone components, the gap between a junior and a senior developer lies in the details. In this video, we will cover Angular interview questions and answers, top 30 Angular developer interview prep. Master your Angular technical interview with this comprehensive guide. We cover 30 essential questions ranging from basic concepts to advanced architectural patterns. In this video, we dive deep into 30 high-impact Angular interview questions designed to test your architectural knowledge and coding proficiency. We cover everything from core modules to state management and performance optimization. Make sure to grab a notebook, because these detailed explanations will give you the edge you need to stand out from other candidates. What is the primary purpose of standalone components introduced in recent Angular versions? Option A. To eliminate the need for ing modules for components, directives, and pipes. Option B. To make components run outside of the Angular zone. Option C. To prevent components from using any external CSS files. Option D. To force components to be loaded only via lazy loading. The correct answer is A. Standalone components aim to simplify the Angular authoring experience by reducing the need for ing modules. Before standalone components, every component had to be declared in an ing module. Now, components can manage their own dependencies via the imports array within the component decorator. This makes the application more modular, reduces boilerplate, and simplifies the mental model for new developers. How do Angular signals differ from RxJS observables in terms of state management? Option A. Signals are asynchronous, while RxJS observables are always synchronous. Option B. Signals provide synchronous access to values and track dependencies automatically. Option C. RxJS observables are being deprecated in favor of signals. Option D. Signals can only be used in templates, not in component logic. The correct answer is B. Angular signals represent a new way of handling reactivity, unlike RxJS, which is built for asynchronous streams of data and requires manual subscription, unsubscription, or the async pipe. Signals are synchronous and glitch-free. They automatically track where they are used. Fine-grained reactivity, meaning Angular knows exactly which part of the UI to update without checking the entire component tree, leading to better performance. What happens if a service is provided in root, using an injectable provided in root? Option A. A new instance of the service is created for every component that injects it. Option B. The service is only available to the app component. Option C. The service is a singleton for the entire application and is tree-shakeable. Option D. The service is bundled even if it is never used in the application. The correct answer is C. Providing a service in root makes it a singleton throughout the application. One of the biggest advantages is that it is tree-shakeable. This means if the service is defined but never actually injected, used in any part of the app, the Angular compiler will exclude it from the final production bundle, reducing the application's size. What is the main difference between an attribute directive and a structural directive? Option A. Attribute directives change appearance behavior. Structural directives change DOM layout. Option B. Attribute directives use an asterisk prefix. Structural directives do not. Option C. Structural directives cannot take inputs. Attribute directives can. Option D. Only attribute directives can be applied to custom components. The correct answer is A. Attribute directives, like ngClass or ngStyle, modify the appearance or behavior of an existing DOM element. Structural directives, like *ngif or *ngfor, are responsible for DOM shaping. They can add, remove, or manipulate elements in the DOM. Structural directives are easily identified by the asterisk syntax, which is shorthand for the less than ing template greater than syntax. In change detection strategy, on push, when does Angular check the component for changes? Option A. Whenever any event occurs in the entire application. Option B. Only when an input property reference changes, an event originates from the component, or an observable emits. Option C. Every 100 milliseconds automatically. Option D. Only when the user manually calls window, location, reload. The correct answer is B. On-push change detection is a performance optimization. By default, Angular checks components from top to bottom on every turn, click, timer, etc. With on-push, Angular only checks the component if 1. An input property changes its reference, not just a nested value mutation. 2. An event handler inside the component is triggered. 3. An observable link to the template via the async pipe emits a new value. 4. Change detection is manually invoked. Which lifecycle hook is called after Angular has fully initialized a component's view and its child? Views? Option A, ng on init. Option B, ng after content init. Option C, ng after view init. Option D, ng on changes. The correct answer is C. ng after view init is called once after Angular has fully initialized the component's view and all its child views, including those defined with @viewChild. This is the correct place to perform any DOM manipulations or initialize third-party libraries that rely on the presence of the DOM elements. Which guard should be used to prevent a user from leaving a page with unsaved changes? Option A, can activate. Option B, can deactivate. Option C, can match. Option D, resolve. The correct answer is B. Can deactivate is specifically designed to control whether a user can navigate away from a route. It is commonly used to show a confirmation dialog. Are you sure you want to leave? Single quote. If the user has unsaved form data, effectively preventing data loss. What is the difference between switch map and merge map? Option A. Switch map cancels previous inner observables. Merge map allows them to run concurrently. Option B. Merge map cancels previous inner observables. Switch map allows them to run concurrently. Option C. Switch map is for synchronous tasks. Merge map is for asynchronous tasks. Option D. There is no functional difference between the two. The correct answer is A. Switch map is switching to a new observable and canceling the previous one. This is ideal for search as you type features where only the latest request matters. Merge map, also known as flat map, handles all inner observables concurrently and emits values as they arrive, which is useful when every request must be completed. E.g., saving multiple items. In reactive forms, which class is used to track the value and validation status of an individual form control? Option A, form group. Option B, form array. Option C, form control. Option D, form builder. The correct answer is C. Form control is the fundamental building block of reactive forms. It tracks the value, validity status, valid, invalid, pending, disabled, and user interaction, touched, dirty, of a single input field. Form group and form array are used to group multiple form control instances together. What is the purpose of the async pipe in Angular templates? Option A, to convert a string into an asynchronous object. Option B, to automatically subscribe to an observable or promise and return the latest value. Option C, to delay the rendering of a component by 2 seconds. Option D, to make the application run faster by using web workers. The correct answer is B. The async pipe subscribes to an observable or promise and returns the latest value it has emitted. When a new value is emitted, the pipe marks the component to be checked for changes. Most importantly, it automatically unsubscribes when the component is destroyed, preventing memory leaks. What is the use case for the add-optional decorator in a constructor? Option A, it makes the parameter optional in TypeScript but still required by Angular D. Option B, it tells Angular to return null if the dependency provider is not found instead of throwing an error. Option C, it allows the service to be injected only during production builds. Option D, it marks the service for lazy loading. The correct answer is B. By default, if Angular's D system cannot find a provider for a requested dependency, it throws an error. Using add-optional informs Angular that the dependency is not strictly required. If the provider is missing, Angular will inject null into the constructor, allowing the component to handle the missing service gracefully. How do you pass data from a child component back to a parent component? Option A, by using add-input in the child component. Option B, by using add-output and an event emitter in the child component. Option C, by using the parent's ID in the child's metadata. Option D, by using a global window variable. The correct answer is B. Angular uses a data down, events up pattern to send data to a parent. The child component defines a property with the add-output decorator, usually initialized as a new event emitter. Single quote. The child calls emit data, single quote, and the parent listens for this event in its template using parentheses syntax. Like less than child comp, my event equals parent method, $event, greater than less than child comp greater than. What is the role of testbed in Angular unit testing? Option A, it is a browser plugin used to record user interactions. Option B, it is the primary API for configuring and initializing the environment for unit testing. Option C, it is used to run end-to-end tests in Cypress. Option D, it automatically writes the test code for you based on the component file. The correct answer is B. Testbed is the most important utility for Angular unit testing. It creates an Angular testing module, dynamic ing module, where you can declare components, provide mock services, and compile components. It allows you to create a fixture of the component under test to interact with its properties and the DOM. What is the purpose of entry components in an ING module, legacy, pre-IV? Option A. To define components that are loaded via the router. Option B. To define components that are imperatively loaded, dynamically created. Option C. To define the main component of the module. Option D. To list all components used in the template. The correct answer is B. In older versions of Angular, entry components were components that Angular would compile but that weren't referenced in any template, like dialogues or components created dynamically via Component Factory Resolver. In modern Angular, IV, this is no longer necessary as the compiler handles it automatically. How does Angular protect against cross-site scripting, XSS, attacks? Option A. By blocking all HTTP requests from unknown domains. Option B. By sanitizing all data values interpolated into the DOM. Option C. By requiring a password for every form submission. Option D. By using only the inner HTML property for all rendering. The correct answer is B. Angular treats all values as untrusted by default. When data is inserted into the DOM via interpolation or property binding, Angular automatically sanitizes it to prevent malicious scripts from executing. If you need to include HTML that you trust, you must use the DOM sanitizer service to explicitly mark the value as safe. What is the function of view encapsulation? None. Option A. It forces the component to use shadow DOM. Option B. It prevents the component from using any CSS. Option C. It makes the component's styles global, affecting the entire application. Option D. It isolates the component's styles from the rest of the app. The correct answer is C. By default, Angular uses emulated encapsulation, which scopes styles to the component. View encapsulation. None disables this scoping. Any styles defined in the component's CSS will be added to the global less than head greater than of the document and can affect any element in the entire application, which is generally discouraged unless specifically intended. Which RxJS operator would you use to wait for multiple observables to complete and then emit their final values as an array? Option A. Fork join. Option B. Combine latest. Option C. With latest from. Option D. Concat map. The correct answer is A. Fork join is similar to promise.all. It waits for all provided observables to complete and then emits a single value containing an array or object of the last emitted values from each observable. If any of the input observables errors, fork join will error as well. What is the benefit of using track by in an *ngfor directive? Option A. It sorts the list automatically. Option B. It helps Angular identify which items have changed, preventing unnecessary DOM re-renders. Option C. It allows you to filter the list within the template. Option D. It makes the list items clickable. The correct answer is B. Without track by, if the data in an array changes, Angular destroys and recreates all DOM elements for that list. Track by allows you to provide a unique identifier, like an ID, Angular then only updates the specific DOM elements that correspond to changed IDs, significantly improving performance for large lists. What is the router link active directive used for? Option A. To navigate to a route when a button is clicked. Option B. To apply a CSS class to an element when its associated route becomes active. Option C. To prevent unauthorized users from clicking a link. Option D. To refresh the current page. The correct answer is B. Router link active is a helper directive for navigation menus. It lets you specify a CSS class, e.g., active link, that Angular will automatically add to the element when the current browser URL matches the router link path. This provides visual feedback to the user about which page they are currently on. What is AOT compilation in Angular? Option A. Always-on testing, running tests in the background. Option B. Ahead of time, compiling HTML and TypeScript into JavaScript during the build phase. Option C. Automatic object transformation. Option D. Angular optimized templates. The correct answer is B. AOT, ahead of time. Compilation happens at build time. This results in faster rendering in the browser because the browser downloads a pre-compiled version of the app. It also allows the compiler to catch template errors earlier and improves security by reducing the need for eval at runtime. In the context of NGRX, what is a selector? Option A. A function used to dispatch actions to the store. Option B. A pure function used to extract and transform specific slices of state from the store. Option C. A component used to select items from a drop-down. Option D. A configuration file for the router. The correct answer is B. Selectors are pure functions used to obtain slices of store state. They are highly efficient because they are memoized, meaning they remember the last result and only recalculate if the state changes. This ensures that components only re-render when the specific data they care about actually changes. What is the host listener used for in Angular? Option A. To listen to events on the server side. Option B. To subscribe to a service's events. Option C. To listen to events emitted by the host element of a directive or component. Option D. To monitor the status of the network connection. The correct answer is C. The @host listener decorator allows a directive or component to listen to events on its host element. For example, a directive that changes color on hover would use @host listener, mouse center, and @host listener, mouse leave, to respond to user interactions on the element it is applied to. What is the difference between a pure and an impure pipe? Option A. Pure pipes are called only when input values change. Impure pipes are called on every change detection cycle. Option B. Impure pipes are faster than pure pipes. Option C. Pure pipes can only handle strings. Option D. There is no difference in modern Angular versions. The correct answer is A. Angular optimizes pipes by making them pure by default. A pure pipe is only executed when its input arguments change. By reference for objects, an impure pipe, like the built-in JSON pipe, runs during every change detection cycle, regardless of whether the inputs changed. Impure pipes can significantly degrade performance if not used carefully. What is an HTTP interceptor used for? Option A. To stop the user from navigating to unauthorized URLs. Option B. To transform or handle HTTP requests and responses globally. Option C. To translate the application into different languages. Option D. To optimize the size of image files. The correct answer is B. HTTP interceptors act as a middleware for your network calls. They are perfect for common tasks like adding an authorization header, bearer token, to every outgoing request, logging errors, or showing a loading spinner while a request is pending. What does the host pseudo-class selector target in a component's CSS? Option A. The parent component's element. Option B. The component's own custom HTML element. Option C. All elements inside the component's template. Option D. The body element of the HTML page. The correct answer is B. The host selector is used to style the element that hosts the component. Since components have their own custom tags, e.g., less than app user profile greater than, the host selector allows you to apply styles, like display, block or border, directly to that custom tag from within the component's own style sheet. What is Zone.js used for in Angular? Option A. To manage different time zones in the app. Option B. To monkey patch asynchronous APIs and trigger change detection automatically. Option C. To define the layout zones. Header, footer, sidebar. Option D. To encrypt data sent to the server. The correct answer is B. Zone.js is a library that creates a wrapper around all asynchronous browser activities. Set timeout, clicks, HTTP requests. This allows Angular to know when an async task has finished, so it can automatically trigger change detection to update the UI. Modern Angular is moving towards zoneless apps using signals for better performance. Which tag is used for content projection, passing HTML into a component? Option A. Less than ing template greater than. Option B. Less than ing container greater than. Option C. Less than ing content greater than. Option D. Less than slot greater than. The correct answer is C. Less than ing content greater than acts as a placeholder for external content that a parent component passes into the child component. This is often called transclusion. You can use the select attribute, e.g., less than ing content select equals header greater than, to project specific parts of the content into specific areas of the child component. What is the difference between a subject and a behavior subject? Option A. A subject has an initial value. A behavior subject does not. Option B. A behavior subject stores the current value and emits it to new subscribers immediately. Option C. Subject is for multicasting. Behavior subject is for unicasting. Option D. Behavior subject is used for HTTP calls. Subject is for UI events. The correct answer is B. A regular subject starts without a value and only emits values to subscribers that are already active. A behavior subject requires an initial value and always stores the current value. When a new observer subscribes to a behavior subject, it immediately receives the current value, which makes it ideal for representing state, like the current user or theme. Which directive is used for two-way data binding in Angular template-driven forms? Option A, ngModel. Option B, ngModel. Option C, ngModel. Option D, bind ngModel. The correct answer is C. The banana in a box syntax combines property binding and event binding. When used with ngModel, it synchronizes the value of an input field with a property in the component class in both directions. Updates in the UI change the code, and updates in the code change the UI. What is the deferrable views add defer feature used for? Option A, to delay the execution of a function until the user clicks a button. Option B, to declaratively lazy load parts of a template based on triggers like visibility or interaction. Option C, to handle errors in asynchronous code. Option D, to prevent the page from loading until all images are ready. The correct answer is B. Add defer is a powerful feature introduced in Angular 17. It allows you to wrap parts of your template so they are not loaded initially. You can specify triggers like on viewport, when the user scrolls to it, or on interaction. This drastically reduces the initial bundle size and improves the largest contentful paint metric. That wraps up our deep dive into these 30 essential Angular interview questions. I hope the explanations helped clarify some of the more complex parts of the framework. If you found this valuable, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more professional development content. Don't forget to check the Udemy link in the description for a comprehensive mock exam experience. For a complete bank of practice tests and premium preparation materials, check the full exam link in the description below.